Catterson here, and we're on episode number 3 of My Hero Academia, which is called Roaring Muscles. It was a right blast, of course. We had our first kind of big, I guess, busk battle. I mean, we had that situation at the early part of episode 1, but we had Izuku, just observing whilst all of the heroes, managed to keep everything at calmness. But it wasn't so calm in the last episode, of course, with Slimer. I mean, I don't know, I don't think it's gotten an official name, but I'm calling it Slimer anyways. But yeah, we had our first kind of big boss battle, which was really, really tense, of course. Not just with the fact that, no one was able to pack a punch against, that thing, of course, but also All Might, was regressed to his normal form. As we found out in the last episode, he could only become All Might for 3 hours. So, like a day, not 3 hours entirely. That would be absolutely pants. And, I wouldn't even bother becoming All Might at all. But yeah, it was a very, very, touching, situation, especially with Izuku's, I guess him being given a reality check from All Might himself, of course, because he initially told him that, realistically, you need to be a police officer if you want to have any chance of helping anyone. But of course, that was, that hero opinion swifted, of course, when All Might saw how brave he was going in against that thing. I mean, it might have been a bit reckless, but, he wanted to help out. He wanted to be a hero, and he also inspired All Might to go in and, have some influence in saving the day, of course. But, yeah, everything seems to be all calm. Kao-chan, or Katsuki, he's not really too pleased with the fact that, Izuku, kind of helped out, but he's a dick. He's a dick. I was gonna say douche, but I kind of, breeded the two words together. He's a douche and a dick, so, yeah, he definitely is. But, no, it's just been a blast so far. I'm really, really loving this series. 2 episodes in, and I'm already, so immersed with what we've got so far. It's just been so enjoyable. I was a bit nervous because I, didn't think I'd be that captivated to anime like this, but I mean, I got into Ruby pretty quickly as well, and, I'm not starting that debate again, people, so don't, yeah. But no, honestly, I got into Ruby very, very quickly, and I'm starting to get the, vibe into this. This is suddenly becoming a very, very fun show to watch, so I can't wait to see what the future episodes have in store, of course, especially now that All Might has, given Izuku a bit of light, of course, after he, snuffed it out. He's relit that flame, of course, in, being a hero. Batteries died, that's great. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how things go. I was just having also a little think, I know, like I said, these intros do tend to go on long, but I think that you want to do that for this case, for My Hero Academia reactions. But I was having a little bit of a think as well, and, despite how tragic the situation is for All Might and his, 3 hour a day, transformation, I guess, despite how tragic it is, it kind of does, kind of fit in well with the whole superhero thing, especially when you consider, a lot of superheroes have their identity, unknown to the public, of course, and it's like that, like when he is not in his All Might form, he is just another, I guess, person in the crowd, of course, because no one was like, oh, look, it's All Might, but he's, not in his All Might form. So it's kind of like that secret identity, isn't it? But of course, it's a more tragic twist, of course, with the fact that, this is not something that, he chose to have. He got injured, and, he has become, like I said, only 3 hours a day he can be super, super buff, of course. So, I don't know, it's just when he's in his normal form and when the crowd doesn't pick him out, it's kind of like a secret identity. It's like, Bruce Wayne, stepping somewhere, isn't it? And then, unless someone, unless, I don't know, Robin just suddenly is like, hey, look, it's Batman! Oh, I shouldn't have said that, so I don't know. I was just having a little bit of a think about how that can kind of fit into the whole aspects of, superheroes, considering, the majority of this world is populated by populated by those with a quirk, of course. It's not all heroes, of course. There's a few bad eggs out there, so, yeah. But, no, it's just a little bit of a, guess kind of a shower thought. I mean, even though I didn't, it's what we, deep thoughts, I guess. But, yeah, with that said, let's just delve into episode number 3 of season 1 of My Hero Academia. Looking forward to this. So with that said, let's go.
Age unknown. Quirk unidentified. He broke onto the hero scene and was an immediate hit thanks to his abilities. Ever since he appeared, crime rates have drastically decreased. His very existence a deterrent for many would-be villains.
Just quake the life out of the
safer place.
Villains.
They don't just call him the symbol of peace. It's what he is. And this pillar of justice said to me,
you can become a hero.
Young man.
Much less from him.
I deem you worthy of my power. My quirk is yours to inherit.
Oh? Whoa? He's just gonna drop, isn't he? Wow!
Don't worry! I'm not gonna force this thing on you.
Yeah. We had this discussion with Ruby,
This is your choice. Do you want to accept my awesome power or not?
I would.
What is...
Their symbol of peace is just a natural-born hero like any of them.
Ooh.
There's nothing natural about my ability. I wasn't born with this power. It's a sacred torch that was passed on to me from someone else.
Someone gave you this quirk?
So it's a transference. Oh,
yes.
Damn.
And you're next. I can give you...
Like a present, that's crazy! If this is true, we'll have to rethink everything we know about
Oh, my sister's like...
sounds like you're overthinking this whole inheriting thing.
Yeah.
Stop nerding out! You'll have to adjust your reality and accept this new truth. I can transfer my quirk to someone else. And that's just one.
So has he got like kind of synthetic quirk?
The true name of my power is one for all.
Ooh.
For all.
And all for one!
You acted like a hero.
To say plus he's quirkless. Love it.
Seriously, you gotta stop crying so much if you want my quirk.
I can't blame him. This is like the ideal hero interaction.
Receiving All Might's power turned out to be no easy task, as I'd soon find out.
Ooh. So this is what he was talking about when he was saying, I become the world's greatest hero. Nice. 2 days later.
Hey! It's pretty comfy up on this bridge.
This
How are you
awesome.
doing down there? Combined physical abilities of everyone who's ever used it creates a hurricane of pure force.
An
unprepared body can't fully inherit it. Your arms and legs would shoot off if you tried to.
Yeah. It's like putting a weight on an egg or
this whole
something.
trash thing is really some kind of
I don't know,
hardcore
that
gym
was
workout.
crap.
And you're my trainer.
You got it. But there's another reason, too.
Oh?
I did a little online research yesterday. Turns out this part of the beach used to be beautiful, but it's been a total mess for the last few years.
So it's a nice little cleanup rig. Woo!
Sleep is scheduled.
If I'm being honest, this is going to be super hard. Think you're up to it?
Oh my god, I just love him.
Sure I am.
I just love him.
I have to work way harder than anyone else to get in. So what choice do I have, right? Just like that, I began 10
Hard
months
work.
of absolute hell.
Pays off in the end. Especially if you were inspired for
It's
this.
not gonna move itself!
I'm using different muscle groups
Go,
depending on the
Izuku,
size
go.
and shape of the workouts and lifting weights on my own, I suppose. That would help me focus my workouts nowadays.
Izuku.
Cost me time. Also, I'll have to cut back on the hours of sleep all my schedule for me, but independent training could help me catch up.
Hey, Midoriya!
This is intense. Well, you have to be intense, but I'm just loving this. It's this nice little training regime that I'm really, enjoying. Over the period of the 10 months, it's really, really sick, not gonna lie. Oh, Lord.
Means you haven't been sticking to it. You're
Maybe you got the
overdoing
calculations
things.
wrong.
That's gonna have the opposite
Same.
effect of what we want.
I have to work harder, or I won't stand a chance against the other applicants.
He's trying so
I don't
hard.
just
That's the
want
thing.
into
He's
UA.
putting so
I
much
want to
effort into this.
excel.
He's given a lot of thought to the
Committed.
future. That fighting spirit's what I like about you, fanboy. It serves you well. I do get your concerns. That said, now's not the time to go and rush progress. Fear not.
Take
I
your
can
time,
you
you'll
back
get
on
there.
track.
You'll
Leave
get
it
there.
to this old man to adjust your plan.
You're not an old man. All night.
Wasn't his age unknown? He could be. You never know. You never know how old he could be.
Holy crap, kid.
He actually did it. Awesome.
Outside the area I told you to. Seriously. There's not one speck of trash
The beach
left
is
on
back.
this beach. Only a few
Awesome.
minutes to spare, but you exceeded my expectations. Holy stinking super crap!
Holy stinking super crap! I love this. You did good, kid. You did good. This is who you were.
It's you, crying 10 months ago.
Wow, I loved
Look
it.
how far you've come.
Damn,
Such
Izuku book.
There's still a long road ahead of you before you can inherit my full power set. But it's
He's come
starting to look like you can do it.
Yeah, he's come quite a way. Love it. Shred of his hair.
Someone told me this once. There's a difference between being lucky and deserving. One's an accident, the other a reward. Never get the two confused.
Oh.
Take that to heart, young man. To inherit my power, you've got to swallow some of my DNA. That's how it works.
This isn't exactly how I imagined it.
I thought there was going to be
There's
some
no
kind
time.
of.
You'll be late for the exam. Eat.
Oh my lord.
I may have swallowed the hair, but I don't feel like anything great has happened to me yet.
Stupid.
You gotta kick. Uh-oh.
Kachan.
Get out of my way now before I set you on fire.
Oh, hey, good morning. Let's just.
I will love it if he's fire resistant. Up yours.
I think that's the kid who withstood the sludge villain. His name's Bakugo, right? Yeah,
That would have been like nearly a year now.
I'm actually going to be a hero.
Oh.
I'll just die.
Oh. Oh.
Are you okay?
Did she levitate? Wow.
Yeah.
Well, guess I'll see you inside. Bye.
Finally, a decent face for
Holy
Deku.
whoa, I just talked to a girl.
Didn't actually talk. Love it. Okay, but down by 10. Down by 10. Oh my god. Not just that, but someone's actually showing him a bit of respect.
Damn, I was really looking forward to crushing you.
Oh well.
Okay, let's check out your targets. There are 3 types of bone villains in every battle center. You'll earn points based on their
Wow.
level of difficulty, so better choose
With all respect, if this is an error on official UA materials, it
Uh-oh.
is shameful. We are exemplary students.
Shame.
We expect the best from Japan's most notable school. A mistake such as this won't do. Additionally, you with the unkempt hair.
What's this?
You've been muttering this entire time. Stop that.
This
You can't
guy's
bother to
snippy.
take this seriously. Leave. You're distracting the rest of us.
Oof.
fourth villain type is worth 0 points. That
Oh,
guy's just
oh,
an
I
obstacle
thought
we'll
it was
be
like
throwing in your
OP.
way. There's one in every battle center. Think of it as a hurdle you should try to avoid. It's not that it can't be beaten, but there's kinda no point. I recommend my listeners
can't
try
be
to
beaten.
ignore it. Book. Hope you practice hitting more than just books.
Oh wow. So they've got their battle set. Okay. Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
Well,
This should be very, very interesting.
time to put 10 months of training with All Might to the test. Time to give it my all.
I'm sure you will be able
I
to.
will become a hero. Just like I always dreamed. I won't let myself down.
Yes. Always that. Always that. Always that. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I am really 3 episodes. They've all, gradually pulled me further into the show. I'm really starting to love what My Hero Academia is all about, of course. Especially, how we had 10 months fly by. We say the year's quick. 10 months in, what was it, 20 minutes? In all seriousness though, how we had that 10 months flyby, of course, with All Might shaping Izuku's, body, of course, so he's not only, I guess, ready for the exam, which we will, I guess, see in the next episode with how that ended, of course, but also, as well, being able to inherit his quirk, of course, is the, is needed for this exam, of course. But yeah, like I said, it should be very, very interesting to see how that goes down, of course. Throughout the episode, of course, the ending part of the episode, what I gathered is, it's kind of like a, I guess, high score thing, of course. But yeah, the more points you have, the more better it'll look for you on your exam. So hopefully Izuku can, rack up as many points as possible. That seems like that would seem like it wouldn't be fun if, those robots, suddenly went haywire on you and, crippled your ass to the ground, of course, but it seems like a very, very fun exam for me. No, like I said, it's going to be very, very interesting to delve into, that in the next episode, because of course that's going to be in the next episode. But hopefully we'll get to see other perspectives as well, like people who we've seen, notable. I mean, we're not going to get around all the participants, of course, but of course there are a few, people revolving around Izuku's life that, are contribute to this, even in small doses, like that girl. I have a feeling she is going to be a part of, Izuku's story, of course, considering how they were all, not only the fact that they were on friendly terms, of course, and they're not going to be like, oh, he's just a random person or whatnot, but she seems to be like one of the only nicest people, that Izuku, has met within his age range. Considering how everyone, does take the mick out of him, of course. Especially, Kao-chan. You gotta have that little bit of hope, like, you gotta cling on to an ally, I guess, so, I can see her becoming a bit of a prominent, member throughout the show, but, like I said, I hope we do get to, see other perspectives as well. So, gives that bit of variation. Of course, this is Izuku's story, but it'll be very, very interesting to see that rivalry as well with Kao-chan, of course, considering he, not in the same area, from what I'm gathering, since, Kao-chan was a bit, he wouldn't be able to even if he was, because, the crazy DJ guy was like saying, well, if you attack your own members, then, yeah, that's not gonna look good for you, so, but I think he would still do it out of spite anyways. The 10 months passage was a really, really nice, feature throughout this episode, especially with, All Might being there for Izuku. Like, I love his character. He's such a lovely character. Like, honestly, I just love, his character so much, especially with how, he saw that passion in Izuku to be a hero. I mean, he even overclocked himself. He even overclocked the body because Izuku wants to be the best. He wants to, exceed those boundaries, and he wants to, just never fail. Like, I think as a hero, he doesn't want that, moment of, complacency, I guess, and, he's overclocking his body, he's overdoing the schedule and all that, and, I just gotta love how All Might is seeing a lot of passion in someone who looks up to him, and I'm just loving how far their story is becoming from that first encounter in episode 1, and I'm just loving how, it's a really, really nice, well, I wouldn't say father figure, but it's a really, really sweet story of looking up to your heroes, because you have that term, never meet your heroes and all that, but it's a really, really nice story so far, and I'm just really, really enjoying what we're getting with All Might, so I'm just really, really loving, his story so far. But, I gotta love, not just, well, first I want to talk about, the quirk business, of course, cause he revealed in this episode that his quirk was transferred to him, it seems. And it's really, really interesting, of course, because, from what we got told, of course, quirks were born in you. There's two kinds of people, I guess, in this world, those with a quirk and those without, those with double jointed, bones in their pinky toe, of course. And All Might's just coming up here and dropping more bombs, of course. I mean, last episode we found out that he wasn't always, big, buff All Might, of course, but, he's dropping more bombs saying, well, this is transferred to me, and I choose you to be the next host for my all-for-one quirk. So, it's very, very interesting how, I guess the hero of heroes, what I said in the last episode, but, the one that everyone looks up to, even those who are heroic, of course. Well, it's not just that, but the villains look to him as well. I mean, you even said at the beginning that, hearing his name, villains just quake their boots, but, no, it's so interesting to see this hero, the hero of heroes, I guess, having this, this unique characteristic about him where he's not always All Might and, for the 21 hours of the day, he, snaps into a more scrawnier figure. Can't speak there. But, not just that, but his, quirk is not natural born. It's transferred to selected individuals, and he chose him. So, it's really, really interesting that. And I think, All Might did a very, very noble thing in choosing someone who was quirkless, someone who was brave, like the last episode, presented, and someone who, really looks up to him and feels inspired by him, who's devoted, well, I wouldn't say devote their life, but, they have, fascinated about this this individual for all of their life, really. So, yeah, I think it's really, really noble and it all goes to what he did in episode 2, of course, but it's still really, really noble, of course. And, of course, there comes that sacrifice of working hard, but this is the thing, I mean, of course, he wasn't born, so he's got to work hard to get that quirk, and, Izuku has really, really impressed him, so it was just, really, really great stuff to see. But yeah, overall, I really, really enjoyed that. It was such a really, really great, episode. I just love the DJ, of course, explaining the rules of the exam, of course, that all of the students at UA are going to be participating in. He was very, very bizarre as well, and I just love the cue of silences. Whenever he opened it up to the crowd, I guess, for entertainment aspects, and it was just. Nah, he wasn't cutting it. And then there was that guy, of course, correcting him, of course, because he was like, oh, there's 3, things you gotta, kind of take care of. And he's like, no, there's actually 4. And you're really, really pushing it. He was absolutely sniffy. I just loved it. I don't know. It was just really, really bizarre. But no, it was just a very, very superb episode. Like I said, I just love the training aspects and love how those 10 months fly. I just love Izuku, mumbling out loud. It's not the, I know that it's been highlighted a bit in this episode, of course, because, All Might was just looking at him like, kids, you want to tone down on the overthinking process part? But he also did it in class as well, where everyone was just looking at him, and even the teacher was confuddled, and he was like, yeah, no. But it's not the first time he, spoke out loud. I mean, he was jotting down in his, little evaluation book, I guess, of all the heroes, Mountain Lady, I think it was, when he was analysing her, he was mumbling out loud, of course, and, one of the shop people was like, oh, you want to be a hero, so, it's not the first time, but I just gotta love it, especially with the, lost in your own thought visuals that, is presented whenever Izuku is mumbling, in this episode. He had that kind of, different background. I mean, the people were still there, of course, but, they were caught up in the bubble of Izuku's mumblings, so it was just really, really neat stuff. But yeah, overall, I loved this episode, of course. I just loved the inspirational approach that, All Might has on Izuku. Like, you really, really do love the, you know, how he's affected and how grateful he is, and how All Might sees a lot of potential in him. It's just really, really nice stuff. But of course, throughout this episode, we saw the transformation of not just, well, we didn't see the transformation of him, you know, getting his quirk, of course. It was a really, really bizarre process. See, I thought it was going to be like, okay, here's like, yeah, this kind of visuals coming out your hand, but take a bit of my hair and here we are. So, very, very bizarre process, but hey, I'm not complaining. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for Izuku. But, like I said, throughout this episode, we saw that transformation of him becoming a more stronger individual and someone who, you know, was mentally preparing himself to become like All Might, become his hero. So it was just really, really brilliant stuff, and I can't wait to see what the next episode has to present. See how that examination process thing goes down, of course. And like I said, I'm sure we'll be seeing a few more perspectives from the participants, of course, especially Kao-chan. But one thing I do like to point out, though, it's so interesting how, you know, that encounter with the slime creature has had a long-term effect on Katsuki's mentality, of course, because he still seems, you know, pretty shaken about the whole ordeal 10 months on, of course. I mean, I can't really blame him, of course, but he's such a superior character from what we've got. Like, he doesn't, I don't know, seem to be fazed by anything, and he sees himself on top, of course. He doesn't seem fazed about the fact that, about All Might's existence, of course. He wants to surpass that, and he's not viewing him as a really, really, ambitious goal, of course. But, of course, that incident's still playing on the mind of, Katsuki from, Izuku's comments, of course. So, 10 months on. So, it's really, really interesting now. But yeah, like I said, great episode. Enjoyed that so much. And I can't wait to see how the next episode does go down. So, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!